What is the weather like here in Wilmington and Southeast North Carolina? Ready, set, and go. So here in Wilmington, North Carolina, how hot does it get? Does it rain a lot? Does it get cold here at the beach? And how often do we get hit by hurricanes? Those are some great questions, and we're going to answer those today. Let's go ahead and start with how hot and how cold it gets and how much rain. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go month by month. That way you can kind of see where we stand each individual month. We'll start off with January just because it's the coldest, and I think that works. The high usually is about 54 degrees. The low is 41 with rain about 8 days. Now, again, understand this is an overall average. I say that from a standpoint of today. We're here in April, and 90 degrees was today's weather, and you'll see where we hit in April usually. So take this from a standpoint of these are averages. But let's go ahead and get back and talk about February, the love month. 56 is the high, 43 is the low, and only 7 days of rain with that. So you could definitely cuddle up come Valentine's Day. Now March, we're starting to march into spring. 61 degrees is the high, 49 being the low with 7 days. And then we're getting some snow. What do you mean snow? Well, yellow snow. And I'm not talking about the yellow snow that you don't want to eat. Not that you would want to eat this yellow snow either. But we're talking about pollen. Here in North Carolina, we get a whole lot of pollen, especially whenever we start talking about the trees around here. But with that said, let's go ahead and move into April, where today was 90 degrees. The average is usually only about 68 degrees with a low of 57 and only about 5 days worth of rain. May, April showers bring May flowers. Well, we don't have a whole lot of showers around here, but May jumps up to 75 degrees and the low is only 66. And we get 7 days. So we actually get more rain in May than we do in April. Coming to June, we are now hitting our stride of summer months. 82 degrees, 74 is the low, and only 8 days of rain. Yay! That is too hot for me, but that's okay because I'll just head on out to the beach and jump in the water. Now, we're right in the middle of summer, and July is the hottest that we see as an average, and that is 84 degrees high, 76 low, but 10 days of rain. We see a lot of humidity in the summertime, and we'll discuss that here in a second. August is right there at it with 83 being the high, 76 again being the low, and again, 10 days of rain. September, we see it cool down. We're finally hitting fall. We're at a whole 80 degrees? That's right, only a 3-degree drop. So we're not necessarily enjoying falling leaves or anything like that. But what we are seeing is 71 degrees being the low and 8 days, with rain. October, now we're finally starting to see a little bit of autumn. And that is 72 degrees high, 61 low, okay, and only 5 days of rain. November, now we're hitting 64 as the high, 51 with the low, 6 days of rain, and then finally December, 59 being the high, 47 being the low, with 7 days of rain. So there's a good chance that Santa might need to wear a over jacket come December 24th. Now, one of the things that I kind of hit on is the summertime, where we're getting 10 days of rain in July and August. A lot of that comes from the humidity that's out there. To all my friends and family that lives over in the Las Vegas area, it gets hot. I will guarantee that. But in the shade, it can cool off a good bit. Here in North Carolina, you're still sticky. So what it is North Carolina is actually the 9th most humid state, and it usually sits around 82 to 83%. The high humidity in North Carolina during the summer months has to do with the warm water vapor that travels inland from the Gulf of Mexico, not the Atlantic shores. But at the end of the day, what you're looking at is you take your shower and then you're walking out and taking another shower, unfortunately. Now, how often do we get hit by hurricanes? We were actually in the top three based off some numbers from 1851 to 2018. So we might be in a little bit of competition. Now, nobody beats Florida. Florida's number one with 120 hurricanes. Texas, number two. They like to do things big there with 64 hurricanes. North Carolina, like I said, from 2018, hits at number three with 55. And Louisiana, a close fourth. And again, that might have switched with 54 hurricanes. But those hurricanes do hit all over North Carolina. Hugo back in the 80s hit the Charlotte area. And then, of course, we've seen several hurricanes hit more inland compared to just the Wilmington, Southeast North Carolina area. So there's the quick overview of the weather here in Southeast North Carolina, in the Wilmington area. Now, if I got about 50% of that right, I'm happy. You want to know why? Because that's about how much the meteorologists get it right. So if they get to keep their job, hopefully I get to keep my job. But with that said, if you want to have your toes in the sand, enjoying this beautiful weather year round, give me a call. Because at the end of the day, we want you sitting on your front porch, sipping sweet tea. God bless.